On Bike Rebellion this week, I spoke to Fran Pennypacker. Fran is a healthcare executive, a bike commuter, and the founder of Pennypack Crates. In this conversation, we talk about creativity, adventure, and community, all inspired by bikes. We share stories about the entrepreneur's journey, guerrilla marketing, and the experience of seeing your products in the wild. We also explore bike culture in San Diego and how organizations like the Bicycle Collective can foster and promote bike ownership, knowledge, and cooperation. We met with Fran on July 30th, 2025 at his workshop in Pacific Beach. Enjoy. On Bike Rebellion this week, I'm speaking to Fran Pennypacker. I met Fran, I think, on a Nice and Easy ride a couple of years ago now. And I don't know, we just got to talking. We both have sort of New Jersey accents, and that was the first thing I think we picked up.
It was the San Diego Velodrome swap meet.
Okay.
That's where I had a tent set up, and you came up to me, and then you said,
That's totally right.
Yeah,
and that was a couple years ago.
Yeah, it was pretty brief, but
then we saw each other at
and then I recognized
Nice and
it.
Easy.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, little caveat
Very
there.
cool. Very cool. Well, tell me a little bit more about yourself. Sort of why bikes are important to you.
Yeah. Bikes are sick. First off, I moved to San Diego in the grand scheme pretty recently. We're coming up on 2 years now. And there's just not a better way to get around, I think, than just biking in general, especially in this city and all year round. So I think I brought 2 bikes out here with me on the drive across the country. I'm from Philadelphia, did some biking there, but more just commute style versus coming here. Like, I just needed to get familiar with University Heights, North Park, and just everywhere. Yeah. And I was kind of just going from East Coast to West Coast, just twisting around, like, what's my sense of direction?
East and West, right?
Like,
it's really disorienting at first, actually.
I'd be driving around, and I'd think we're going back to the house, and my wife's like, where are you going? And I'm like, this way. And she's like, no, we're this way.
Toward the ocean.
Yeah, it took some time in that sense. But yeah, been here, lived in University Heights for a solid year and a half, and then came over to PB.
Cool.
And just bikes have pretty much, I have like 8 bikes now, not all for myself, but it's just kind of, I think my like love and like understanding has just been an overdrive since being out here.
That's cool. So you have a day job, but you also have a passion project or a something that you're building and growing as well. Love to hear about both of those real quick if you want to sort of tell us more.
Yeah, my corporate job, 9 to 5, pays the bills, always has, and it's kind of it's allowed me to live where I live now, and always given me the work-life balance to have the time and energy to have like a side business passion project. Yep. That's called Pennypack Crates. My last name's Pennypacker, and I just feel like the penny had to be, have something to do with it.
Yep.
So the last 2 jobs I've had, they had a work-life balance. So it's been a good like side venture for me to just dump out some creative juices that you're not getting in that 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I'm an account executive and health insurance. Like it's very like complicated and just crazy.
Yeah, it's cool. I think you and I have had kind of a similar journey where we really sort of use bikes this way since we've been living in San Diego, and we needed a little bit more just to carry our stuff around. And I'm sure Pennypack Crates started that way, but what you're basically doing is taking old wine boxes, recycling or upcycling them and putting brackets on them and stuff and covers on them so you can use them on bikes. And people dig them. I see them all around town. It's a neat little addition for people that, a milk crate is ghetto and always will be. And these things are fashionable. They're strong. They're cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how it started out. Spend the summers at the beach in Ocean City, South Jersey.
Yeah.
you, everything's flat. You kind of, when you get down there, you don't want to get in your car. You don't really have to. So it's just beach cruisers everywhere, beach to surf to
Yeah.
groceries, farmers market, you name it. So you got to haul your shit somehow. I had the milk crate on there, like all the locals do as well. Like
Yep.
it's just, and then I was riding around, like I had a milk crate on like this old Schwinn. It was like, what's going on here? It just doesn't do any justice to the bike.
Right. And stuff is always falling out of it, and
You're just
through it,
replacing zip
and
ties every
yeah,
8 weeks
it's a
with
pain
the
in the
salt
ass.
water and all that shit. So
Yep.
I came across a wine crate, and from there just sanded it, stained it, came up over time like this bracket mechanism.
Yep.
And then once that happens, like people were just stopping me on the streets, complimenting me. I made them for my family, put them on their bikes.
Yep.
And then, got in contact with a bike shop owner who just
It's
started a shop.
it's really cool, and you have
It just happened organically, really.
yeah, yeah, and you have the ability to do sales too, which I think is powerful. When you have ideas and can sell them is a good.
Yeah,
Good
and
thing.
it just like that part happened naturally. Maybe it's because I can do it, but it was just people like were just asking about it and like,
Yeah.
oh, can I get one? And I'm like, it's only right that I have to gotta push this.
Right, right. So, a broad question, but why do you bike? It's obviously for convenience. I think you like to live in the beach communities and sort of the urban core sort of thing. But are there other reasons why you bike?
Yeah. First, I think is adventure. I was biking to the like just very casually my whole life.
Mhm.
And it wasn't until I did a semester in the UK and I'm pretty broke. Like, you don't have much money, but I had trips. I was going places, spending my money on that. But then I was in Newcastle, England. And from there, just a lot of universities in the town. And I ended up buying a bike there because of like, you can only go so far, public transportation and walking.
Mhm.
So when I bought the bike there, I was like, dude, I can access so much like areas and just in an hour. So that's
Mhm.
when it kind of like turned a switch for me of like biking is so much more than just biking to the beach. It's like, let's plan out this route. Let's bring someone with me. Let's get him to buy a bike. We can go together. And then we're hitting like the North Sea and like spending hours like out adventuring. So
Yeah.
that sparked, I think, something in me that was like, it's just more than just your casual bike riding. So from
That's
there,
very cool.
it just allows you to see so much more,
Yeah.
obviously.
Cycle tourism is fucking awesome. Everywhere I go, I'm just like, get me a bike, like almost
You need to.
immediately. Yeah.
I think running is good, like from an exercise standpoint, and also good for if you're in like somewhere for a weekend, like go out for a run. Like if I don't bring my running shoes, I'm not over that, but like you can just triple that.
Yeah.
You know, it's
And no
but it's the
impact.
same concept. Yeah.
Yeah. No impact.
Like I want to go see more. Like I want to come back to the house and be like, well, dude, you got to check out this spot, and this spot. Like you just see so much more, and especially when you're in a new place, let alone a new side of the country, like it just blows up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think like through starting Pennypack Crates, I think it's also like a creativity and almost like an exploration in almost like a research kind of tool where you get on the saddle and you start pedaling, and then it's like a mundane, like slows your mind and then allows me to kind of just get the cogs turning of different avenues, or maybe I see people on different bikes of like, ooh, what are they doing? And it just kind of like from a business mindset, from a sales strategic mindset, it just allows me to just clear out the other crap that's from the 9 to 5 or at home or like responsibilities. And it just is like, I'm on a bike, I have the product attached to me. It's like,
it's a creative outlet and a sales tool at the same time, really. Like I find people come up and talk to me about my stuff all the time, and I'm sure you have the same experience where a total stranger you'll just come up, next to in a bike lane, haven't seen that before, or what am I looking at, or that's cool. You know, it happens more than you might think.
Yeah.
Like,
And then it's like, well, I need to have like called a sales pitch or like a takeaway. Like
yeah,
you verbally tell them your Instagram or like e-bike cargo, like check out the website, but like
right.
they're going to forget about that. So
Yeah.
then it was more like, oh, I'll bring some stickers with me, some postcards, some
Totally.
business cards, stuff like
Stickers
that.
are so great.
Stickers are, I'm pushing that now. I'm
Totally.
stickering the shit out of everything now.
I'm totally down.
Yeah. It's almost like same with like when I'm sanding the boxes, like your mind just quiets and you can think about just I don't know if it's like goals or just it just clears my mind and allows me to think ahead or like come up with new ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very similar to biking, where it's like hands-on activity,
Yep.
using your hands, using your feet, and just biking, and just kind of like opens up. So then I started to like bringing a notepad and like I'm jotting stuff down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I looked at a couple of days, I'm just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. Sometimes the frame of reference is tough to come back.
Yeah.
So, what do you see as like the advantages of life? I mean, you still drive a car, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I still drive a car too. You know, nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, I probably at this point have to drive 1 day a week, sometimes two, but like tell me sort of what are your advantages of what I consider you probably do something very similar where you drive probably 1 or 2 times a week, or is it more than that?
Moving to PB, and I'm 2.5 blocks from the beach.
Yeah.
I drive considerably less because before I was surfing in the mornings before work,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a lot. It's a lot to think about. I'm on a longboard, so like I never have biked from University Heights to the coast to surf with a longboard. So every time I wanted to surf, I'm getting in my truck and going.
Yeah.
Coming to PB, I try not to go in my truck unless I'm going to see friends north or for work, and that's like in like LA. So like just having the accessibility to La Jolla, like everywhere around here, I'm like, where do I park my truck? Or like I started and like let it run for a little bit because I'm like, I haven't been in this in a couple weeks. So it's a proximity to here. Whereas University Heights and not just surfing or going to the beach, a lot of the stuff I do is around here.
I went and looked at my car today just to make sure that it didn't have any like marks on the tires and stuff like that, but it has cobwebs that are attaching it to the parking spot.
Yeah, I don't know if that's from here or just maybe because it's not moving, but yeah, I'm getting cobwebs in the side view mirror. Yeah. So that's a good thing. I mean,
so like advantages of life by bike, is it like you have we all have to pay for if we have a car, we have to have insurance and all of that sort of thing. I mean, is your mix, are you driving like I say, like once a day? Are you driving once a week, one trip a week? Like, what does your trip schedule look like?
Work is going to get me in the truck once a week.
Okay.
Other than that, that could be it.
Okay. Cool.
Maybe I want to surf up in North County.
Yeah.
So ultimately, probably twice a week. I got the what's it called? Surly? No, Burley.
The trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of that was like my dog. He's a year-old golden retriever,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, I just don't want to bring him to this beach every day. So since I got the Burley, that's been sick. I can take him up to Bird Rock and just extend a little bit further where I'm like, I'm showing you the same stuff every day, or Mission Bay. And that's helped out. So like I was driving with him a little bit, but he's loved that. So that's definitely decreased some of the driving aspect.
So what's other sort of advantages of life by bike other than adventure and stuff like that?
I talk to my friends that are in PB, Crown Point area, and like they don't have a bike, and especially in the summer times, like for me to go to Mission Bay or South Mission,
Traffic,
like it's nuts. And this is my first summer in PB, but we went to OB. I went to the swap meet, and it's like coming back on a Saturday. It took us forever, and it's like this sucks. And like I never am in my car.
It's like 4 miles, and it's taken an hour.
And I'm just saying to myself, the whole entire ride back is like, this is why I don't get in the car, especially on the weekends. And like,
Yeah.
it's new to me in the summer of like, but it's similar, very similar to back on the East Coast in the summer. It's like, you're just a rookie if you start driving around. Like,
Yeah.
just what are you doing?
Shooby.
Yeah, exactly. It's like even if it's 4 miles and it's going to take a while on a beach cruiser, like you just got to do it because you're always moving. You're just not housing with all these like tourists and like you just run into fun stuff on the way too.
Yeah.
So that is a big time advantage. Like summers along the coast, tourism. It's like you just kind of avoid. I mean, you have people on bikes and walking too, but not even close to the like mental congestion of just like I can't be in this car. Like,
So what do you see as the sacrifices that you deal with when you're riding? I mean, it doesn't sound like you have a whole lot of sacrifices that you make, nor do I. I probably don't see my friends as much as I would otherwise who are up in North County that I like to visit. But do you have other sacrifices that?
I think there's times that I'd be down to bike. Let's say if it's going to Cardiff to meet some friends over a beach day or something, and I can just pack light and bring it on the bike.
Yeah.
But like my wife doesn't want to, or like we'll go get some food and like she's a casual rider. She's got a beach cruiser.
Yeah.
But she doesn't necessarily want to go to the lengths that I want to.
Yeah.
Miles. She's got no gears. Like she's just she's not as passionate about it as I.
Yeah.
So I think that's been kind of, I don't know about hardship, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Difficulty, just like friction in the road of like, I mean, if it was just me right here, I'd bike there.
Oh,
you know?
I mean, I try to talk my girlfriend Janine into coming with me on a bike everywhere, and I'm getting to the point where I'm probably 60% of the time successful, but she has an e-bike too, which helps a lot. But yeah, if your partner isn't into it as much as you are, which I mean, most of them aren't going to be, just because there's always an imbalance there. But yeah, that's definitely a sacrifice that I see too.
Yeah, like, and even if it's like I have ulterior motives, I think sometimes with like bringing I see every time I leave my bike somewhere, like almost like a marketing tactic per se.
Totally.
Like I'm not gonna lock my bike up behind a bush on a bike lock that's hidden. Like I'm gonna leave my bike and I'm gonna show it, and like if it's walk around the corner and more traffic flow, then that's what I'm gonna do. So I think like just like the sacrifice of like putting my extra energy into the crates and into the side business, like it can be a lot. It's like, when do you ever take a break of just let's go take my wife and I, let's go up to like the dog beach and just drive there with the dog and just clear away from just this conversation and like mindset.
Yeah.
Which I think is hard. It makes sense too. Like you do need that balance of turning your brain off.
Well,
I just don't have. It's hard. It's harder for some than others. Like
I'll tell you, I don't either. And I think you, like me, we have a day job. We have this sort of passion project, creative outlet. We have a partner and a life to live and responsibilities, obviously. And it's not that we don't know how to relax, because maybe that's surfing for you. It is for me most of the time. When I get out on the water, I'm like, it's like everything just sort of goes away. And like when I'm out like playing with my dog or something, I feel sort of the same sensation where it's just like the charge sort of clears out of my body of stress.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just how I would describe it, kind of.
Yeah. I just feel like I can tell when like my creative outlet is like lacking and I'm like not setting aside the time to think about a new logo or a sticker design or a shirt. Like I can tell that it's just like getting just like up there, getting just all crazy.
Cool.
So I need to talk about it. I need to find that time, or else I don't know. shit starts to crumble.
So tell me about like any like we I think got together, you know, at some point through Nice and Easy. That was sort of our second rendezvous. Are you doing any other rides or clubs or anything like that around here?
Not as much as since I moved, which is kind of unfortunate.
Okay.
But San Diego Cyclery does a Wednesday night ride up Soledad.
Yeah.
That I'm trying to get to more and more. And that those guys over there, they're
They're
good.
great.
Yeah. But
Should do some werewolves rides with them, with
Yeah.
Ricky and them.
yeah,
He runs the werewolves.
I've seen it. I mean, it's always up there, and then it's like, I think the biggest hurdle is just like you got to get to the first one,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh, this is sick. Like,
Yeah.
good
You'd like
people.
Critical Mass now too. They're doing Critical Mass on the last Friday now of the month.
Yeah.
It's
See,
pretty
yeah,
fun.
Friday, like, you just get you're done the work week, and I see it. Look at me, I'm already like making excuses, but it's hard, you know. Like,
No, I know.
but yeah, I think even with any ride, it's like get to the first one, and you're like, that was sick. Like, I need it. Almost calls you back. It brings you back in because you see a
Yeah.
good community.
Yeah.
Here, the bike community was so strong in North Park, and it was so easy to like be a part of and just kind of just join in to participate.
Yeah. Yeah. Just show up.
Here, like, it's almost like that passion or interest has gone a little bit like second route to surfing, to doing other interests. But yeah, like I need like even volunteering with like San Diego Bike Collective.
Yep.
I haven't done that in a couple months, and that was like what got me like interested in fixing my own bike and getting me kind of into the scene. It's like you just got to make the time. I think for me, it's like putting on the calendar and locking it in.
Yeah.
And then no other, oh, I'm coming down to PB. Let's go hang out and play some basketball. Like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm locked in. Like,
Yeah.
it can't be whimsical, or else I hate to say it, like they're just, you know,
Yeah.
they're just gonna keep like just falling down kind of. And but when you go, like I saw Juca the other day, it's like you leave there and you just are all amped up. It's like this is so fun.
Have you been to the new spot yet?
Yeah,
It's cool, right?
it is, and
Yeah.
that's why I left. And like you leave there and you're like, that's the time for me where I'm like, gotta set aside like a Sunday that I can just prioritize this because it means a lot.
Yeah. No, it's super important work. So with your sort of routine, do you ride in the rain? Do you have you know, and with what you were talking about with where
What
you
rain?
sort of exactly. I mean,
No.
the inclement weather here is you know, maybe 55 degrees or maybe a sprinkle. I mean,
It's sick. Yeah.
it's crazy, but we're super fortunate that way. But like your security protocol, for example, on your bike, are you a U-bolt, you know, around here? Are you
It's kind of it's changed.
okay?
In Philly, I was biking in like just kind of everything. I was like at this distance from my office where, I mean, it was probably only 2 miles. A little bit subway took a while to walk to. It would get me there. It was just easiest to bike. So I mean, inclement weather, you just kind of rip it all. And if it's the poncho, if it's just
Keep a raincoat. Yeah.
if it's an extra shirt in the backpack and just throwing that on. So I have biked in all that sort of crap.
But you don't have to here. Right?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I have a rain jacket for what?
Yeah.
But security also in East Coast, well, in Philly, you lock front, like, you know, your typical, no U-lock, it's getting stolen.
Yeah.
Very different from when you're at the beach. I mean, if you had a U-lock down there, you would be like, oh, what the hell is that thing? It's like just the typical
cable,
rubber,
yeah.
rubber cables.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like that over here.
Well, cheaper bikes maybe.
Cheaper bikes.
Not nice bikes.
Yeah, for sure. But like I don't have that nice of bikes,
Yeah.
so like I don't use the U-lock over here. I use the cable locks, and I haven't like I don't even second guess it.
Yeah. And I saw you had a guy that I don't know if he ripped off your bike or what the heck happened the other day, but you sent me a text. It was pretty cool.
Dude, unreal. My house is the house is getting built next door, and I'm in the garage, and one of the carpenters like rolls up. He's like, "Yo, dude, someone's on your bike," and I'm like, "What the hell?" And I left the bike locked on the stop sign on the corner here, Cass, Missouri.
Okay.
I leave it there, put it there in the morning. I'm trying to sell the bike.
Okay.
It's led to putting 2 bikes out there. It's led to 2 sales. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to keep doing this. And when it comes dark time, when I'm done work, I'll just bring it back in. So I walk out there, and this freaking dude is sitting on the bike. He's like checking it out, sitting. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? He's like, and what struck me, he's like, I'm going to take this bike. That's the first words he said. I'm going to take this bike. I'm like, my ass, you are. Like, what are you talking about?
It was locked up.
Locked up.
Did it have a for sale sign on it?
No.
Okay.
It had my business cards on the inside, but I didn't have a tag on that.
Okay.
More like guerrilla marketing, whatever the hell.
Yeah, yeah.
He was so open with what he was doing. It was
that's
insane. It was not like he's.
I'm a bike thief.
So after the whole encounter lasted maybe 5 minutes, and midway through the conversation, I'm lucky I had my phone. I pull out my phone and just like kind of I want to record what this dude is saying, because if I had to like relay that to anyone, they'd be like, dude, you're bugging. Like, this guy was not saying that. Yeah. But some of his comments were like, he's like, this thing's a piece of junk. It's been here for months. I'm like, really? Because I just put it there this morning, and it's not a piece of junk. There's not any piece of rust on it. You show me where the rust is. He's like, yeah, this thing's about $20. I'm like, dude. So he just right off the bat, he's just talking gibberish, and says he's doing everyone a favor by cleaning up the trash in PB. He does it all the time, and that's when I'm like, I gotta get some of this on video.
So you brought the bike back.
He had the bolt cutters and like a ski mask in his backpack that was open right by the bike. And I'm like, this is absolutely insane. So like, I mean, give it 5 minutes. If I didn't go out there, I'd probably see him cruising by, and I would have been chasing him down. So like, bikes get stolen for sure around here.
Yeah. It's bad.
And that was like 2:00 p.m. like in the afternoon. So I think I don't know if he's ever experienced something like that where it's like so nonchalant or like getting caught, but he's like, so we're good, right? I'm like, no, we're not fucking good. What are you talking about?
You're a bike thief.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're like, and he's saying like, oh, anything that's on public land, if it's not locked up. I'm like, so the guy was out of his mind. So yeah. Like I see that a cable lock is not gonna cut it, but at the same time, I jack my seat up so high that if not that bike, but if someone wanted to steal my bike from the beach, like, I mean, just at that point,
you're pretty tall. They would need a ladder to get aboard.
I mean, at that point, I just want to see. Like, I hope there's some video of it. Okay. Like, I don't know, but
like. You started in University Heights, now you're in PB. The infrastructure that you've sort of been exposed to here in San Diego, what would you say about that?
I think, like, from a comparative standpoint of San Diego to where I was prior, Philadelphia, yep. I was like very much impressed, and that just starts with just the roadways in general and the bike lanes. Mm-hmm. You bike in Philly and your head is nowhere but 5-10 feet in front of you.
Yeah.
The potholes are like the size of a smart car.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Like, you're wiping out if you don't dodge one of those. But you're also like veering out of the bike lane and the street, or if there's no bike lane, then you're in the street. Like, it's just that from that standpoint.
There's probably certain parts of Philly and like probably South Philly and Center Philly now that has some bike infrastructure, but I mean, like where I'm from in South Jersey, there's really still very little infrastructure there. So it's it's a nice change here. We have a long way to go. It's not really connected.
I mean, and the Bike Coalition in Philly, they're really well organized. They do a lot of good work. Yeah. I think like 5 miles were put up protected bike lane this year, maybe last year. But like it just needs so much more work.
Still just so long to go. Yeah.
And the good thing is those were protected bike lanes, not just like the lane in general, but the city is like Philly's pretty like it's easy to navigate. There are bike lanes, but I mean there's still like 10 people that died last year, which is like the record high. Like that's terrible. So that's what kind of brought me into like the coalition in Philly, was like knowing someone that died in the hit and run, and then kind of like delving in that way.
Yeah.
But San Diego specifically, I feel like I'm not the most intense rider that's going on massively long rides.
Yep.
So if I'm biking up to Encinitas, like there's some stretches there where I'm like, all right, like that was suspect, right? Like
Scary.
But in general, like I'm not putting in the miles where I have a lot to complain about. Especially even coming over here, I'm doing a lot more casual riding versus like long distance exercise rides.
Mm-hmm.
Comparatively, it's a lot better, but just seeing what you're doing, the conversations you've had with people that have been around here forever and trying to make a change, it has opened my eyes up to like, damn.
It could be a whole lot better. And if we want people to actually do it, if we want people to join us, we need to make it better. We need to make it safer, you know, because it's not that, you know, we're relatively young men, you know, pretty cavalier and fit and all of that. You know, I rode probably 25 miles today on some pretty sketchy roads, you know, on the way here. And I'll do that, but a lot of people won't.
Yeah.
And that's when we get the roads safe, you know, that's when we start to get buy-in by everybody else. You know, you, me, and Juke are going to ride no matter what.
Yeah, and that's a good point, because I did a ride, I think just, you know, PB or OB maybe, from North Park with a buddy who's like, I'm not saying I'm experienced, but less experienced than I, from like just a exercise standpoint and this bike familiarity.
Yep.
And we like got here, we talked throughout, but seeing what he was encountering versus what was in my head, I was like, you know, felt pretty comfortable, like sketchy areas, you know, but he was like, whoa, dude, like all this, he expressed all this other like fear and unsafety areas that I was like just kind of glazed over, and I was like, damn. So
you're just used to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
which is not good.
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain amount of that you just get used to. I think just danger.
Yeah,
you know, you do get used to danger.
Yeah,
but it doesn't make it go away. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it doesn't make it better.
So yeah, I mean, so how much of the infrastructure, like when you're riding around here, are you riding in bike lanes 50% of the time? Something like, are there even bike lanes in PB? I mean, there isn't much.
I mean, the only bike lane I am hitting, or
is there one on Mission anymore?
Is the one on Garnett.
Okay.
But then there's these like it's like a bike path where it's like a street, right? Like maybe one over is Diamond. So like there's signs that say like it's a bike path, but it's just a street. So like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
You know, like the path.
You can technically still ride on the boardwalk here, but they sort of frown upon it, right?
I don't know if it's frowned upon. There's a crap ton of bikers on Mission Bay.
It's just so busy, though.
Yeah, it's like, especially in the summer, it's like you're best off just hitting Mission. But like, yeah, I mean, I don't even hit Mission. There's no bike lanes on Mission. I don't even touch Mission. I might as well go on Cass. There's bike lanes on Cass. So there's like, if you need to get up and down, you know,
there's a north-south and an east-west that you can hit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And like, I'm not going down Garnett. Like, there's a bike lane, but still super heavy traffic. You might as well hit one of the side streets where it's just stop sign every block. Or I think what's nice is the bike streets. I don't know what you call them. They have less arteries. They have less stop signs, which you can kind of cruise with.
Cool. So in with that sort of, you're doing you're building these crates, and you started doing it for your own use, for your family's use, for your friends' use, stuff like that. Um, Big picture, where do you see that going? I mean, I have all kinds of ideas and thoughts, but I think you and I are both, we obviously have some of the same intuitions about sort of how useful bikes can be.
Yeah.
And where things can go from here if if some different variables line up. But what's the big picture with that, do you think? Do we just slugging away at it, getting more people to sell them, with this podcast, we're trying to sort of spread the word and sort of, get people more interested in transportation biking and giving them options like the Pennypack Crates and the e-bike cargo stuff.
Yeah.
But
I think,
what's the big picture?
well, from that perspective, like if you have a beach cruiser with just a cruiser, there's no basket, there's no bike crate. Like when are you gonna ride that? Or
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you ride it as a leisurely ride with someone that's visiting to go and cruise around Mission Bay.
Right.
With a bike crate, the ability to store things in, whether it's personal or whether you're going out shopping or going to the store,
Yep.
it opens up an avenue that you wouldn't have previously.
Yep.
Now, is that the same as, I mean, it is the same as like the product you're making, but the
and the
customer,
walled baskets and all that, we're
the
we're
basket
all,
in general, like
we're all sort of, and it's all simple technology. This is not this is not high tech.
yeah.
But it's so fucking useful, and once you show people that and you demonstrate it, and where they can see, whether it's at the grocery store or whatever, just doing that demonstration time after time after time after time is I think, useful.
Yeah, it's like the first time, and it's like, oh, I was able to hit Trader Joe's and come back and not get in my car. I'm like, yeah, no shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's what the product's for.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like big picture, like,
Is it something you want to stay involved in? I mean, and is it a money play? Is it an impact play? Is it a, making the world a better place thing for you? Like why are you doing it?
I like the brand. I like that I've built the brand,
Yeah.
and the following I have is pretty damn loyal, and it hasn't been a money play. It's been a way that I've been able to create, I've been able to sell, and then when I come back to a place like Ocean City, it's like if I go to the beach, I'm going to see at least 5 crates go by, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I haven't lived there in 3 years, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dang, I still have made an impact, and like all these people are loving their product.
Yeah.
That part I don't really want to leave.
That's the best part of like creating things, is seeing your shit in the wild. It's like, you can be somewhere that you don't even expect, and you can see your shit in the wild and be like, wow, that feels good.
It's the best. It is.
It is.
And going back to the East Coast, like I was in 5 different bike shops.
Mm-hmm.
The more you are surprised, the more it just like fuels you. Being like, wow, like I'm up in LBI, and like the person I see over here, like it's unreal. And I think that I want to keep doing that. But if I had a big picture goal, it's just do that like in wider spans.
Yeah.
But without losing like the core or like the brand itself.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, that could just be the product. So it's
so you're like a marketing. You like marketing.
Yeah.
That's and you like selling.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's so close, and like I'm doing all that through the Instagram, through the website. It's been fun. I'm making some T-shirts and hats that I've just sold and created, and that's been a lot of fun.
Sweet.
Because it just opens up. It kind of like fuels the brand a little bit more, where it's
Mm-hmm.
like you have Nancy down the street that doesn't want to get on the bike, but she wants a hat and she wants to. So it's kind of fueling the brand, which I think has been fun. And it's a good avenue because I have this money that I've been saving and setting aside from the money I made from the crates. It's like, well, it's kind of pushing it back into it and growing the brand in a sense.
Yeah, you're building a business.
Yeah.
No, it feels great to do that.
Yeah, but I mean, it is something to chew on, and just it's hard to figure out what the goal is.
Well, to grow, to keep growing, and to share.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
facts.
So so how do we get more people to do this? I mean, we're sort of doing this work already, where we're building new things and you know, trying to sort of spread that. Any words, any little pearls of wisdom in terms of how we sort of get more people to do it? Give them options.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, since coming here, I've met new friends that are like, "Oh, this is sick, man! Cool product. Like, I love this. I don't have a bike, dude. I'll get you a bike, man. I'll get you a bike."
Yeah,
I've been like buying cheap bikes online, making them run, and I'm like, well, take this bike. I bought it for $50. I put $15 into it. Take it for 75, whatever, and then you have a bike. And they're all hitting me up and being like, dude, this is great. Like, so
now you're the neighborhood bike mechanic.
Which
but as long as you're prepared for that,
which is not good, because in their eyes it's like, oh, you're the bike guy, and I'm like, dude, no, man.
Yeah.
Like, I could fix a tire and fix some gears. Like, that's about it. Like, I'm no bike guy. But in their eyes, it's like, oh, well, you sold me a bike and you fixed my whatever.
Right.
So
give him Rick's card from down the street.
Yeah, I have. I'm like, yeah, like so now this girl hit me up and was like, oh, there's something wrong with my bike. Can I bring it over? Yeah. I'm like, just send me a picture of it. Like, I'm not trying to. Yeah, there's a lot.
So
to learn.
you're actively actually buying bikes and sort of fixing them up for your friends and stuff like that,
Yeah,
which I've been known to do too. Yeah, that's
like,
fun.
It's at that point, it's not me, because I also sell. They obviously want a crate as well, and I don't care about like me selling the crate to them. I'm giving them to it for a cheap whatever.
Yeah, you're sharing.
It's more of like the feeling of I'm giving this person like the ability and the fun to like ride a bike and enjoy Pacific Beach
and
on
they
bike.
use it.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
So like I've done that for about 7 or 8 people, and then I'm doing some markets, and I'm realizing that people want the crates but they don't have a bike. It's like, you think that it's like it's hard to buy a bike, used or new. Like and it's just for some, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess
if you don't know bikes, you're probably, your first bike is probably not going to be the best bike, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you know what to look for, and even if it's old, you know, some people, oh, that's old. No, but old bikes are the best.
Yeah.
Totally.
Facts. yeah, no doubt. So I think like I've been going the route of small bubble, making change very small, but like one by one
person at a time.
And just, if I have anything to leverage, it's just like social media, and like if you have to, like, there's an aesthetic behind the brand that comes naturally.
Very surfy.
Very surfy, which I get questions on. It's like, well, what does surfing have to do with it? Well, it's because it's freaking awesome. That's why. Like, so,
no, it's great.
And that's funny. But so I don't know what I was saying.
Dude, that's your content generation though, you know. That's
yeah. Like, it's been good for me because I can kind of sell them on, or like show them an aesthetic of like, this is what this opens up for you.
Yeah.
And like for these riders, it's not like they're gonna be biking to work, right? But at least showing them an intro of, I don't have to get in my car and drive to the beach when I live a mile away.
Yeah, and who knows? I mean, some people really, you know, a switch turns on in them, and they're like, wow, cool, I like this a lot more than I thought I would.
True. And if they start with a cruiser with 1 speed, it's like, oh, well, that hill over there, like I might get another bike with some gears on it. I'm like, that's the progression of like, it just kind of comes naturally.
Totally. So do you have anybody who you'd like to sort of platform or suggest as a guest, or anybody come to mind? It could be somebody that you've maybe given a bike to and has, that's taken off or something like that. And I can get all that from you later.
Yeah. I mean,
But think about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, someone that kind of introduced me into the scene here was just Juka, and we've talked about him.
He likes to keep a low profile. I have tried to get Juka on here before, and he's told me to buzz off.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, but
it's just
he's funny. He works behind the scenes. He has his fingers everywhere, but you'll never see him.
Yeah, I mean, he posts about 1,000 pictures a week, and you've never seen him in one.
I know.
Yeah, and I mean, testing it to him for like how like maybe that's humbleness and like how that all. How he does that, but it's impressive.
That's the perfect sort of recommendation, and I'll get Juka, even if it's against his will.
Yeah, I mean, if I have to threaten him and be like, dude, I'm never gonna repost or this bike card I have for him that I put his logo on, like, you're not gonna get it, man.
Yep, totally.
Yeah, because I mean, like I didn't know much about like fixing my own bikes. I could do the bare minimum and maintain, but he kind of like introduced me to the scene. Got me to the swap, like just like brought me into the scene here, and I was like, just tip my cap to him in like all respects. He was like, you don't do it like in a non-organic way, which is what I was kind of going for. Of like, I just want to just enter in subtly, and that's his MO, is like just giving back, helping others, and I'm like, that's right on, like it's a lot of his principles just really spoke to me, and like. It's
obviously doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's from there, let's take a look at some of your bikes.
Yeah.
God, what size is this thing? Is it like a 60 something?
Should we find out? Because I always lied. Like I think this one. I mean, this black one's definitely bigger.
Oh yeah, that thing's huge.
But yeah, I mean, the numbers are so high that I can't even remember.
What are you, like 6'5"?
I'm 6'4". So, okay. I mean, that's the biggest frame I think I maybe have ever seen. I'm not sure. That's not like modified or like it's just like welded together.
Yeah, it's pretty huge.
This is a 1980s Fuji Royale.
Wow.
I bought this off Marketplace in Philly. So I brought this one with me. If I'm doing any long riding, like this is the guy.
That's awesome.
I mean, just got this out. I basically didn't do anything to it. It came with the Fuji sick white color scheme. All I did was put the rack on, and I've had this crate on it for like, I don't know, 4 years.
So this is what you would ride up to Encinitas, something like that on?
Anything I'm putting in some like decent mileage, I'm taking this guy.
Yeah, so these are, the crates, recycled wine boxes, cool little covers there. Keep your stuffs.
The canvas was like, I needed to make a lid in Philly because like my friend was riding a bike. He hits this pothole in the middle of an intersection.
Everything just goes out.
Yeah, phone, wallet, keys. Like I see leave his crate and then fall back in, but I'm like, this is crazy. So, hand cut the leather. Got my mom first to sew the canvas. It's just like painter's cloth.
Yep.
And then snap fastened it on, and like it's a nice, sleek look.
Very cool.
You wouldn't need that if you're just cruising around on a cruiser, but I mean, if you want the additional look to it, it definitely gives it to it.
Dude, it's retro.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
Which is why I stick to the old bikes.
I like the little batten in here too.
Yeah.
Keep it straight.
That started with first in plastic, that cracked over time, and then I switched to wood, like some I don't know, 1/8.
Yeah.
Little on or something.
So let's look at this guy. This is your surf bike?
Yeah, this is the surf bike. I bought this from a dude that goes to Nice and Easy. He's in the North Park scene, but I kind of forget his name. Take this to the beach in the morning. I mean, the seat, the height of the seat alone is almost like steel proof. Like if you wanted to ride this, you'd be like, oh shit, how do I even get on this thing?
Right. I mean, like I'm 5'11" and I would need a boost.
Yeah, I know. But I got the bigger crate here on this one just because like you just fit more shit into.
Yeah.
And then got the bike racks on. I'm typically riding a longboard, and that fits along the whole thing pretty snug.
Yep. Just got a little Nexus, probably a 3-speed hub on this for the
Actually,
flatlands.
yeah, 7.
7-speed, okay.
Yeah, which you don't need. Actually, there's a couple of hills that are coming up right from the beach that are kind of steep, but
Yep.
I mean, you could get by with the 3-speed.
So yeah, that's cool. So 7-speed, rim brakes. Yeah. Pretty simple. Got your bell.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I assume this is your bar bike or your nighttime bike?
Yeah, this is kind of the daily driver. It's just so comfortable. Whereas I'm not taking that out if I'm just going on a short distance. But the comfort of this, I barely really change gears. It's just you get in this thing and you just don't want to kind of get up. I don't know if it's kind of the seat and just like the fixture of the placement of the handlebars. But yeah, I'll take this up to wind and sea. Any like casual riding, this is kind of the go-to. This is from the 70s.
I had a 1971 Schwinn Speedster, which is probably of similar vintage. It was a...
I think this is 73. So
Okay. Yeah, but it's such a comfortable bike to ride. I would totally agree.
like this, I'm riding this the most. If I'm biking to the beach just for the day, I do need to kind of mod out a crate and like make sure I can have the put up like a beach chair on there. So I just one less thing to carry. I'm bringing the umbrella down. So that's getting the most use.
Cool. But so on this one, you've got your bell in a consistent place, which I would recommend. You know, I always keep mine on my right thumb.
Yeah.
You got your lights. You know, this is all really vintage period shifters.
Yeah,
you know,
the friction shifters.
Yep.
I think they call. I don't know if those are called the suicide shifters or these are as well.
I would say
think
those
or maybe
probably are.
Well, those are maybe deadly shifters, and these are less deadly. But I think anytime you have to take your hand off the
bars, yeah, that's a sacrifice right there, and your typical, you know, with old bikes that you know, I mean, these are probably all less than $500 bikes.
Oh, easily.
So,
yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I mean, I'm not gonna around here. I figured that I'm not gonna bring the U-lock because if they do steal them, they steal them kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's more of like a heart blow versus like my wallet's hurting.
Yeah. Well, cool. I think that pretty much covers it. Thanks a lot, Fran. This was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, man. That was a
Been
blast.
trying to get you on you know, on here for a little while now, and I'm glad we were finally able to put it together.
Yeah, dude.
Super
yeah.
fun.
Thank you, man.